family. Welcome to another episode of Pickin Up Da Peaces. You already understand what it is that we speak about here. We have high-level conversations about what it is that we can do as far as black and brown people to build up our homes as well as the community. Today we got something special for you, though. Today we have some special guests. We got my main man. Today's show is pretty much about, we want to give the boxing coaches, we want to glorify a few of the boxing coaches in the Cincinnati area. Yes, absolutely. From Aaron Pryor to Tommy Ayers to Ricardo Williams to Adrian Bronner to TNT to Nate Tubbs. Who am I missing out on? The legends,
Rave Springs.
Rave Springs. You know, legendary Rave Springs from downtown. You name it.
I should like Ricardo Williams.
I said Lil Rick. I should have said Ricardo Williams.
Yeah. Sonny Long.
We have Sonny Long.
Jeff
we
Wiley.
have a list of individuals that have been champions. We've always been monsters coming up out of Cincinnati, Ohio with good work, good skill sets. We understand that. That's a given. But what we tend to look past on is the coaches that get those individuals to that point where they can become champions. That takes a lot of mentorship. That takes a lot of speaking with the kid about what it is that he should be doing and what he shouldn't be doing. It takes a lot, and I feel like we don't give these brothers enough shout outs for the work that they do within our community. Shout out to the football coaches, basketball coaches, so on and so forth. But I feel like the job that the boxing coaches do, it pales in comparison because it's a one-on-one counseling situation of understanding discipline, morals, values, and ethics, as well as responsibility of what it is that you should do in life and what you should do in life by way of rumbling.
For sure.
We want to introduce my main man.
Before we get started, I want to give a shout out because I've only known of one boxing coach in the city, and that's Coach Mike Stafford. You know, you could probably talk more about him than I can. I just heard about him. You could probably talk about him a little bit more than I can, but I know he transitioned, not too long ago, man. So, you got anything to say about him before we introduce these two good brothers?
Yeah, funny as hell. That's what Coach Mike Stafford was for me. My main man was funny, but he was a fantastic coach. He was a humble, aggressive coach, if you will. A very skilled as well as talented coach. A good mentor to be able to come to and have conversations with outside of the coaching, outside of the boxing ring. A pioneer in coaching in the boxing industry as well. Of course, you know about Adrian Bronner, but man, so many. I mean, I'm talking hundreds of young savages that were champions that Coach Mike was intimately involved with. Of course, AB is going to stand out in this generation, in this 10 to 15 year time frame. But man, Coach Mike Stafford touched the city. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Came into your home and changed lives by way of assisting your child with having an understanding of the boxing skill set. And right after that, having an understanding of respect, discipline, and morals, and what it is that he or she should be doing in school as they do it in the boxing ring. Most definitely shout out to Coach Mike Stafford, man. Scripture states to be absent from the body is to be present with the Lord. It also says, in my house there are many mansions. If it were not so, I would not have told you so. I go before you to prepare a place. I say that to say this. If you ever want to know what your future looks like, all you have to do is go to a homegoing service because we all have to go there. Mike got called on early. I feel like it was early because I feel like he had a lot more to contribute to the boxing world as well as to our community. But fortunately, we have other individuals that will come along to pick up those pieces.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
It's not going to be the same pieces, but it's definitely going to be about picking up the pieces within our communities and keep the thought process the theoretical views, the legacy of Mike Stafford going by assisting our youth within the community. I'll talk y'all to death. Word up. So I want to introduce a couple brothers that are here with us today. Some legends within their communities, some legends within the boxing community, legends within the coaching community. I would like to introduce my main man, A1 Gary McNeil. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir, thank you.
OG Rumbler.
For sure.
My main man, Buck. Some individuals really don't even freaking need no introduction. You feel me? Buck, Kevin Benford. And the reason why we're calling them out today, talk to them for me, Twan. Talk to them for me, man. Well, you know they be talking about I talk to.
Well, Torrance already done broke it down, man. I'm going to just let the brothers we had a good conversation with them, and we just started talking, and we talk about these kids, man. And these are two brothers, just from what I've heard in the past half an hour. They were dogs in their own rights, you know. And now they're out here helping other young men. And they teaching me a lot about Cincinnati boxing. You know, they said, I'll let you tell them what you told me, sir, about Cincinnati boxing. And I mean, how tough and rough it was and is around here.
Well, yeah, back in my area, it was tough.
Yeah.
I couldn't get out of Cincinnati.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It was so tough, I couldn't get out of Cincinnati. I couldn't go see the other side. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I couldn't get out of it.
Yes, sir.
But the guys beat me because they were that tough here back in my area.
Yeah.
Back then, 82, 83.
Yeah.
It's tough for guys.
Cincinnati, we've always had great boxing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean, it's part of the history, the Midwest, but Cincinnati itself stands alone. You know what I mean, that Midwest.
Yes.
You know, right now we got the number one team in the boxing in the country.
Okay.
Real deal boxing gym. You know,
Real deal boxing gym.
Shout out to Real Deal Boxing Gym, located at
Mount Healthy, Hilltop Plaza.
Yes, sir.
81, 82, 8220.
What's around there? We got Rinks. That's right down the street. Formerly known, they were actually at Rinks, and you changed and went over to
Hilltop Plaza.
And how you can really find it is by way of Club Reminisce. If you want to get real familiar with the area, right where Sip spot used to be. I think it used to be Sip's, no longer Sip's. Right. But right behind Reminisce, it's if there's a daycare, you whip behind that damn fence and come on and do your thing. It's a dipped off rumble house though. Word up.
Yes. Yeah. Got a lot of kids in there.
Yeah.
We got probably on a regular basis at least 30 kids.
That's dope.
You know, and we doing more than boxing up there, you know. Mm-hmm. And thanks to guys like Coach Mike Stafford, you know, our main number one mentor.
Yes.
You know, he had the blueprint. You know, so we did a lot of coaching coming up around him.
Yeah.
He was actually his first time going on a boxing tournament. I was his fighter. His first ever trip.
Wow.
As a coach.
Wow.
As a head coach.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I learned a lot from him too. You know what I'm saying? About being a coach, being around him. You know what I'm saying? I took little notes, you know what I'm saying, and put them in my little bag. Then when I talk to the kids, you know what I'm saying, I think about what Mike telling me, you know what I'm saying, about these kids. Cause these are all about the kids.
Absolutely.
Cause me, Mike, and Ricardo Williams Sr., we were the first ones start having these amateur boxing shows because it was just on the Golden Gloves and Silver Gloves. It wasn't like having those shows like, you know what I'm saying, the kids, we started losing the kids. So we started putting on shows at different places to keep them in boxing. Because a lot of them was getting away from boxing because they only like fight every now and then because the Golden Gloves, Silver Gloves, they come like once a year. So we started putting on shows at different places, different clubs and different buildings, you know what I'm saying, renting different buildings to keep these kids out of the streets, keep them in the gym. And that's what we started. That's how a lot of these shows started happening around here. Me, Coach, Rick, and Mike started this. You know what I'm saying? That's how it got started. And we started keeping more kids in. A lot of kids started coming every day. Like I did. We get new kids like every day, 3, 4 kids every day, new kids. Every day.
It's a beautiful job. I mean, like I say,
it's something you love.
Oh yeah, you gotta love it, you know, because it's more than coaching. You know what I mean? When you're doing a great job,
Yes.
it's more than coaching. You know,
Boom. That right there. When you say it's more than coaching, it's actually showing our babies how to live.
Exactly.
Yes.
Right.
And the reason why I say that is because both of you come from a time of gladiators. And what I mean when I say that, we talking 82, 83. I mean, that was a time where we wasn't shooting each other.
Mm-hmm. No.
We wasn't stabbing each other.
No.
It was strictly about, what?
And
what?
And it's over the next day.
And you
From
live.
that.
And you live.
From that, my brother, right there, that piece right there, we were thriving. Because from that you go on to take care of your children. From that you go on to work a 9 to 5 or go to college. From that you go on to possibly becoming a champion. From that you go on to become a grandfather. You know what I mean? Right. You actually get to live your life.
Yep.
Boxing is way more, I believe, what we used to say at the Urban League, the best kept secret of how to get your children to live.
I can feel that.
You know what I mean? Word up. Because one more time, I take it back. Y'all was rumbling.
Yeah.
I didn't know you. I heard about you. How old are you?
53.
You 53? Yeah. All right, fuck that. I thought you was like, goddamn it, 10 years older than me because of the legend.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A legend can get created where it makes you think somebody is just bigger than life. So I'm about an A1. And I have no Avondale. I'm saying that A1, that's that new shit. I'm about Avondale. You with me? I'm about Avondale and the legendary shit that we would hear about just show rumbles. Just show rumbles. You know what I mean?
Right.
And then in order to hear about the rumble, that means you lived.
Right.
Yes.
We heard that you fucked him up. But the biggest part about it is you end up whooping somebody else's ass too. That means you lived.
Right.
Yes.
And fuck that. That means you lived to be able to either shake hands with them or have an understanding of just respect because we all gladiators.
Right. Yes.
Just because I got out on you don't mean you're a punk or you're a coward. I'm stronger than you and I'm slicker than you with this. You know what I mean?
Right.
But we lived.
Yep.
So that's how you.
That part.
Yeah, word
but
up.
We live.
Word.
Y'all hear that? Listen. Please listen.
You know, the boxing coach, I promise, is one of the best kept secrets.
Yeah.
No, one of the worst kept secrets.
Yeah.
Because he should be utilized in several different areas. There should be grant money on deck.
Yes. Yes.
To take you all into the schools.
Yes.
While they're in school.
Yes.
To teach courses about boxing because by way of boxing, they begin to, you guys can, you're a gangster, you're a savage.
Mm-hmm.
You're a gangster out of A1, you're a savage.
Yes.
You know how to talk to these little badass kids. I can't deal with them. See, I brought them to y'all.
Yeah.
Four of them to y'all. Because I'll fuck them up, I ain't got time. My patience.
They got the patience for it.
My patience is terrible.
Yes.
So here's an opportunity. Put those little badass kids, roll them right over into a section within the school, or Woodward High School, Withrow High School, where they can actually box. Because through boxing, man, they learn about discipline as well as respect. Yeah. And from that, man, the shootings at the school begin to deplete.
Definitely.
Exactly.
It rolls right back over into home and then into community. Where's the grant money for some things like that? Let's bring the boxing coaches into the schools. Because our children are actually listening to y'all, and they some badass little motherfuckers.
We just
bad as hell.
We're not only coaches, we teachers too.
There you go.
Say this. We got to get the gladiator situation back versus the pistol play situation. Yeah. And I believe that you, OG, I believe that individuals such as you all, the boxing coaches are the ones to lead that motherfucking rally. You are the tip of the spear. Because y'all so close, y'all ain't even far from there. Y'all right there with them.
So one thing I've heard about from what y'all just told me, right, about boxing coaches. We had an episode, Black Men Standing Up. You feel me? That's all I heard. Y'all black men are standing in spaces for other black men that have ran away. Y'all black men taking on responsibility for other men that have not lived up to theirs. Y'all black men that probably got kids of your own that you birthed, but you got a lot of kids that you didn't birth.
Right.
A lot of responsibility. That's a lot of responsibility. Yeah. You know, like my brother said, I'm going to say more challenged kids, but They are bad. We call them bad back in the day, but you know we gotta be politically correct these days. So. Yeah. So we gotta be politically correct. So instead of more challenge, you know what I mean? But there's a lot of people that just say you bad as fuck and don't do nothing with them, right?
Right.
Y'all stand in the place, man, and you probably recognize that they are. They just need a little bit of what, man?
Yeah, we had a lot of kids, parents bring the kids, bring it to us like, he just won't listen to me. He don't do this, or she don't do this, do that. Mm-hmm. I say, don't worry about it. Bring him over here. Don't bring him. We'll take care of him. And we change them. Mm-hmm. And they come back and say, Coach, I appreciate what you're doing because they hold their whole new kid at home. Yes. They do what they supposed to do with the house. Yes. Stuff they wasn't doing, they was getting mean and talking crazy back to their mom and all that because they wouldn't have no dad in their life. Mm-hmm. And we straighten them out. This the main man. Mm. I'm the nice guy. This the man. They don't listen to me like they supposed to. I said, okay, Coach Buck, take care of them. And Coach Buck handled them, and they do it 360.
Yeah. Well, most kids in boxing, most of them come from a single parent household. Most kids in boxing, they either ADHD or just bad as hell, like you say. Bad ass kids, ADHD, single household kids. Most boxers come from those households. And those ones, we able to reach. We come from those same households.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. How do you get them to listen?
Discipline, like you discipline your kids.
Absolutely.
Most kids come there, the parents, I get a little talk to them. Look here, if you give me the okay to act as I act with all the rest of these kids, your kid act like the rest of them. Once you give me that permission, you got to put your hands on it.
Yes.
Right here. Get in their face. Hey, bring your ass over here.
Yes.
When they come to the gym and we ask for something, it's a yes. It's a yes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Ain't no yeah, none of that. Man, no.
Speak.
Yes, it's a yes.
And that's that first tier.
Yeah.
That's that first tier. Right.
Yeah.
What? Yeah, consistency.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And make sure you don't just have them send it to you. You know what I mean? You hear somebody else.
Right.
You see them here. Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
It started right here. But it's going to carry on to every other adult. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because we had, we take our kids. We don't discriminate. We had a couple of artistic kids. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people like, no, they other gyms don't, they don't. I said, yeah, I take on the challenge. It's a challenge to me. You know what I'm saying? If I could change him, it's not no problem changing the other kid. You know what I'm saying? And we have changed a couple of artistic kids. You know what I mean? And teach them how to box and everything. They might not be good as the other kids, but they know and they respect. Yeah, we don't discriminate. You know what I'm saying? You artistic, whatever, handicap. You know what I'm saying? You want to come? We work with you. You know what I'm saying? But some you get some in at like 5 or 6. They like, he 5 or 6. I said, nah, we don't do that. That's like having a daycare. You know what I'm saying? We ain't got time. You know what I'm saying?
Don't even try it. Because they'll try that. Don't be trying to use this as no daycare, girl. You know this baby ain't about to stay still. Stop.
Because we had a couple kids, 6-year-old. We said, yeah, we're trying. I said, okay, I get a try. I ain't going to turn him down. I ain't going to say, nah, make it fair. I said, I'm going to give him a try. I tried it, and I told him, I said, Mom, listen. I can't take, because, you know what I'm saying, I don't want to take their playtime away. They see the other kids running, and I'm trying to teach them something. They running around playing.
Man.
I said, nah.
The attention span is like that. Come on, stop. She dropping off her 12-year-old, and she trying to leave the other baby with her so she can go play somewhere. Girl, bye. Take the baby with you. Take the baby with you.
I get a try.
You like, you doing such a great job with my oldest son. I feel
Yeah. Like a daycare. We ain't got no daycare now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
We in schools too now.
I hear that.
Okay.
We get called, we got to go up to the school for kids.
Okay.
We those kind of coaches.
Hands on.
Yeah.
Hands on.
When kids, the kids in schools outside fighting, bunch of them fighting. Our kids, hey, y'all don't go nowhere around it. You get back over in this gym. That's not your business. They know better. They see the fight, they come straight. They ain't got nothing to do with they ain't got nothing to do with me. Yeah. They come right on to the gym. Yeah. They don't indulge in that.
And that's another thing. Y'all give them a place to go.
Yes.
A lot of these kids, I ain't really seen a lot of kids hanging on corners lately. I My eyes are closed, but you know what I'm saying?
Well, you got to get around. They still hanging on.
Okay.
A lot of kids still ain't got places to go.
Okay.
You know what I mean? It ain't that many recreation centers and boxing gyms in the city to cater to all the kids that ain't got no place to go.
Yeah. Absolutely.
There's still a lot of kids out
there.
Absolutely.
Then some kids, you just say I'm not going to reach them.
Man, I think Cincinnati actually leads is number. I got to be careful to quote that. We are up there as far as childhood poverty. We are up there like within the top 5. Word up, and that's pretty deep. Why? Because this city is thriving. It's a whole nother conversation. But yeah,
and our kids, you know what I'm saying? It's like they love it. Love when we go out town. They love going out of town. So they gonna do the right thing. They gotta do adventurous. If you're not doing good at school, none of that, and disrespecting mom, I don't care how good. We don't care how good you is. You're not going.
Right.
You can be number 1 fighter in the gym. If you ain't doing your schoolwork, doing what you're supposed to do.
What does that process do? Does he say? Does the child say? I'm interested, right? I'm curious. Does the child say, all right, or does the child say, what? All right, whatever. I'm gone then. And which path does the child take when you give that type of punishment?
They take the right path. They don't go out and just hit the street. They knew the rules and regulations when they first started.
So he or she doesn't get mad?
No, they don't get mad because they knew the rules and regulations before that happened. They knew like you ain't doing good in school, you're messing up home, you can't go on trips.
So do they straighten up? Does the process make them straighten up?
Yes.
Okay.
He make them straighten up. Like I said, I ain't got the willpower like him. I'm the nice guy. I'm the nice coach.
But no, just them having an understanding of, dang, I ain't going out of town. Oh no, I got to get that A, or I got to get that B. I got to bring that D to a C, or that C to a B, or that B to an A. Does that process kick in when you say, I'm gonna take this from you?
Oh yes.
Because that's the manipulating tool with our children nowadays, unfortunately. I'm gonna take this from you, but it's a game or a phone, and they act like they be ready to die or kill themselves about it.
Right.
So with the boxing, is that something that you can dangle over them to say, hey, if you don't do it like this, you're not gonna do this, and does that process actually work?
Yeah. Yep.
Work.
Yep. Because they love going out of town. We have fun. They go
pressure.
swim. They don't want to miss all the fun. Everybody on the trip, and they sitting at home.
Yeah.
Because they ain't do what they supposed to do.
Work.
You giving them a reason.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
So we ain't had nothing in a long while. You know what I'm saying? They do good school, they ain't going on trip. We ain't had nothing in a long while.
Because they done heard about them trips, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And I'll just take one to mess up,
Mm.
and he's like, everybody else straighten up.
Yeah.
They say, I ain't doing what he doing.
What's some of the places that y'all taking the kids to?
I've been all over.
Yeah, Vegas, Houston,
I done took kids out the country.
New Orleans, and all that. We've been all over the world.
And
he go farther than me though, but yeah, we've been all over the world.
And these are places that they wouldn't have seen without the gloves.
Right.
Absolutely.
Boxing that took me all around the world.
Yes.
Two times.
Yes. And it's giving you a more appreciation of what's going on around here.
Yeah.
A lot of times, from what I've noticed, people don't see outside of their box. Well, you get that ring. That's what gets you on your destination. You know what I'm saying? We do good in this ring. We can go see places that we've never seen before.
Absolutely.
So you're giving the kids a strong why to do right in school, to do right by their mamas. You know, hell, if that's what it takes to get me to where Vegas at 10 years old, hell yeah, you're gonna do it, right? It's better than just seeing that the stuff that I don't know what they've seen, but I know they've seen a lot. It gives you an opportunity to know that there's something better outside of what you see on a daily basis.
Oh yeah.
I commend y'all for that, man. I really commend y'all for that, man. You know, like Torrance said, I never got in the box. I was a football guy, right? Yeah. But when I'm listening to y'all, it seems like boxing is the roadmap to life.
Yeah.
Word.
Seems like it's the roadmap to life. Discipline, right? We all need that. Consistency, right? We all need that. Respect.
Yes.
We all need that.
Word.
So those fundamentals and platforms, y'all can add on to whatever else, because I need to come to one of y'all classes. You feel me? Learn that shit, you know. But
JFK come. He was coming.
I commend y'all for that, man. I
He
commend
was
y'all
coming.
for that. What's some other things that these kids need, man? You know, like to be a solid boxer and, you know.
Home support, you know what I mean? Like I said, a lot of boxers.
What does that look like? Yeah, what does that look like? Home support.
You know, you always got your mama.
Mm-hmm.
You know, your mama's single parent.
Yep.
You know, she probably working 2-3 jobs.
Yep.
Probably can't make time. Not one of your fight.
Yep. But who can? Because if there's a mama, there's a where you at?
Where you at?
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
Hey, man.
Because some of them be like, well, if they can't make it, say, we got y'all, coach. You know what I'm saying? They say, all we need is y'all, coach.
Hey, a lot of you look back, hey, you seen, I ain't never seen Rasheed Warren daddy at a fight. I ain't never seen Adrian Bronner daddy at a fight. Yeah, they real daddies. They ain't talking them mama boyfriend.
I hear you.
Guess what? That the Mike kids.
I hear you.
The Mike kids.
And that's for my money. That's where we're not understanding the power of the black man. Word up, because the secret to the sauce. When I worked for the league, I used to assist people with turning their lives around, giving homies opportunities of not giving them the resource of opportunities of employment as well as trades, right? But when it comes to having 2 men versus 1, it is astronomical. Because especially during the age that we're living in right now, where feminism is being pushed on our boys, and them not understanding that they are actually, it's okay to be masculine. So with one less, it's more of a job for the one person versus the father himself, which is it's his motherfucking job, by the way. But here's some assistance by way of coach.
Yeah.
Right.
And we're going to double down, double team you for you to understand about respect, morals, and who you are as a little boy, a masculine little boy. You know what I mean? Have an understanding of who you are, what you are, as well as where you going.
Like you said, that double down, Ricardo Williams Sr. And Mike, look at boy, you got Olympian.
Word.
Yeah.
Word.
And when you got that daddy and the coach, you're going to get more out of that kid.
Yes.
Homie's too busy chasing money, not understanding that the money is in your child. Word up.
Bar.
Just invest in the child, and the paper gonna come.
Right on.
Fired up. Just like you're supposed to pursue purpose and passion, and the money will come. We be trying to put the motherfucking cart before the horse. The cart can't pull the horse.
That's right.
The horse pulls the motherfucking cart. You know what I mean?
Right on.
Homie's got have the wrong theology of what it is to do to get to some type of wealth. It's in the freaking child, B. Word. That's where y'all slide in at.
Right
Yep.
on. Right on. Yeah.
That's,
It's the sentence is there with a blank in the middle of it. Here come coach. Boom.
see,
Now the sentence is complete with the period.
that's why we get a lot of kids every day, because people hear about us.
Yeah.
They hear about us, how we instruct our kids. You know what I'm saying? How we teach our kids not only boxing, it's a discipline. They say, maybe you change him. They get him on over there. Them coaches might could change him, and they bring him over there. That's how we get all these kids. They hear about us. Not only because we're number 1 in the country, it's because how we treat our kids.
But what we need more fathers out there being fathers.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Make our job easier.
Yeah.
Yes.
Step up to the plate. You know what I mean? Quit leaving these kids on these mamas, you know what I mean? Going out there doing your thing. You ain't got to be with the mama. You know what I mean? You don't have to be with the mother to raise your child. You know what I mean?
You create a life and take care of it.
Hey, Torres, I ain't with their mama, but I'm raising their child.
Yes.
I'm familiar.
Yes.
Ooh-wee. We're gonna take a break for a second so we can pay some bills. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Subscribe and share.
To watching.
Coach is in the building. Coach Buck, Coach Gary McNeil,
Okay.
A1 Brick City in the building.
City,
My main man Antoine.
We're talking about
We're on deck with an episode of Picking Up the Pieces. Come back and share with us in a second.
All right.